is going on, guys? It's Shu here, bringing you another review and reaction on Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest. And yes, this was a chapter that I wish was more. I was really disappointed. It's really hard for me to say that I feel otherwise. But let's go ahead and get right into it, because honestly, this was a surprise for all of us, I believe. Honestly, I don't think anyone really counted on this. And I want to say thanks to, the few people that commented and let me know their theories. I was agreeing with some of you, but I was not expecting this to be the way it would end. So let's really just go ahead and get into it. So we start off with obviously what looks like the bipolar personalities that Natsu has, but come to find out that this is none other than Igneel. Now, how this happened wasn't really explained, but he was dormant inside Natsu, and that's cool and all, but what I was not expecting was the fact that we would see Igneel take over Natsu's body and make it look completely different. And goodness gracious, gave some fan service to some ladies. And I gotta say, he's a very handsome man. Like, this was a design that Mashima kept in his pocket for when he thought was convenient, only to flash at us for half a chapter. I was not okay with that. This guy was the real deal. Seeing Igneel in a human form was something I would have never asked for. But yet here we have this design in 2026 of Igneel in a human form. And not only that, but he was very suave about things. Like, seeing him look at Wendy and be like, look at you, you've grown up. And it's like that moment in Spider-Man No Way Home, and when we see the Peter Parker, obviously the Tobey Maguire talking to Doc Ock, it's like, look at you, boy, you're all grown up. And it's like, I felt that. And it kind of gave me that vibe here when we see him acknowledging that she's grown, and it's nice. And, the fact that she was also kind of sentimental about it, could this mean that maybe somewhere dormant and with a clash of magic, could we have Wendy have the same experience where she can feel her body be taken over? That'd be something kind of cool. But I think this was just a one in a lifetime opportunity, or at least that's probably what's going to end up being the case, unique to only Natsu. But the fact is, Igneel was there, he was kicking butt, watching him fight, and I love it. It was just nice. And this fight, he looked like he could have handled it, but because of the crutch of plot armor and whatnot, he was only able to be there for a little bit and switch over to Natsu. And of course, it was more than anything kind of like a motivational thing. And Natsu was a bit dormant in his own body, and we see that once he switches over to Natsu, we see that he's able to kind of land the finishing blow to the win, get the win. And it was kind of cool. It was a nice moment to see, Igneel one last time in this other form. And I don't know, I just feel like we're a little robbed of it, because I would have loved to see Igneel talk to his son Ignea. And he acknowledges that my son has done this. It's like he knows that Igneel knows that Ignea is a bit difficult to deal with, so that would have been nice to have seen maybe a father-son moment for a little bit. And who's to say, maybe it could still happen. But honestly, I'm a little disappointed with the fact that we got robbed, and the fact that Natsu in the end does come in, probably has a new boost in power because of his father using his ability, his flames, and him having to again be the one to save Lucy and Wendy. And again, I get it, like, Wendy and Lucy aren't the strongest, but give these girls a dub, man. Let them have a win, truly. Like, Let them be the ones to be the deciders of their own fate. But that may be just me. I might just be nitpicking. But that is it for me. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All that helps out tremendously. And thank you guys for always watching, commenting, and makes me feel good. And I appreciate the support. Stay safe, and I'll catch you later.